Because of the following CBS sports program, the CBS Late Movie will not be presented tonight.
In the opinion of Los Angeles coach Jerry West, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar right now is playing the best basketball of his career, and the Lakers have really started to roll heading into the final week of the regular season. The opposition tonight, the defending NBA champion Portland Trail Blazers. These two all-star players, Lionel Hollins and Maurice Lucas, have to carry a big load as the great Bill Walton is still out.
The NBA on CBS. Tonight's game is sponsored by all the new 1978 Chevrolets, now at your Chevy dealers everywhere. Allstate Insurance Companies, you're in good hands with Allstate. And by Light Beer, everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Tonight at the Forum in Los Angeles, it's the Portland Trail Blazers, the defending champions of the NBA, and a very hot club, the Los Angeles Lakers, especially tough on their home floor. Good evening, everyone. I'm Don Criqui. This is John McLaughlin. Tonight we have the Lakers, who have really started to roll with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar playing superb basketball. A lot of people in the league, John, think that this is a club that could go a long way, maybe all the way.
Well, I must agree with that. They didn't start off the first part of the season that well, but the second half they played 25-10 basketball. That's due to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but also Kenny Carr coming back off the injured list. They acquired Adrian Dantley, and I think the overall adjustment of this young club to playing with one another.
Now, the Portland Trail Blazers still have the best one-loss record in the league, but it's become a case recently of who are these guys? A lot of times 4 of their regular 5 starters have been out. They have 3 players playing regularly who weren't even in the league 3 weeks ago. But they are still with the best record in the league. Philadelphia was beaten tonight at Atlanta, losing in overtime 111-110. So, of course, Portland and Philadelphia are contending for the best record in the league, and with that subsequently comes the all-important home court advantage in the playoff. There is Jack Ramsey and Jack McKinney, his assistant coach. They examined Bill Walton here in Los Angeles today. It was hoped he would be back tonight. He is still troubled by a problem in his other foot now. He has a bursitis condition in his left foot after undergoing surgery on the right foot. So the big redhead flew back to Portland this afternoon, and there is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The other night went the full 48 minutes in a win against New Orleans. The officials tonight, Jake O'Donnell and Dick Bavetta. These two clubs have met twice previously this season, and the Trailblazers have won them both. They are 2-0 against Los Angeles, but the Lakers are cooking right now, and they are tough here in the Forum.
Oh, they certainly are. Kareem playing so very well. And the Portland Trailblazers must contend with Kareem, but they must contend with something just like that. Lou Hudson getting out on that fast break and getting those easy baskets.
The Trailblazers still have the excellent attitude that has characterized their play under Ramsey, but they are depleted personnel-wise. Bobby Grosser running forward is out, probably for the season, as right up goes the first points of the game. The little backcourt player, Norm Nixon, a rookie out of Duquesne, hits the first field goal. Now Calhoun gets the ball to Twardzik as Lucas is working low. They have Tom Owens, the center. Firing and hitting from the outside is Lionel Hollins, the backcourt player from Arizona State.
Well, the Portland Trailblazers must get a good game out of Hollins, but they also must continue to get a good game out of Owens and hopefully Maurice Lucas to win this game.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar works in and takes a shot almost at will on Owens, but it does not go. And as you see, it's Jabbar coming up with the ball, leading off to Adrian Dantley. Calhoun comes in and challenges Dantley, but in so doing fouls Adrian Dantley, who has shot more free throws than any player in the league.
Well, here you see Kareem come up with it, but Dantley going to the basket so very strong. He gets to the free throw line something like 7 times a game, which is absolutely amazing.
The foul was on Calhoun. It's his first. Dantley is now in his 3rd year from Notre Dame, averaging 20.1 points a game.
Actually, Don, he is the only player in the NBA who has scored more than 500 points from the foul line this season. That's something like an average of 7 per game. That's amazing.
West says if Dantley gets the ball down low, he's going to score. There is Jerry West, flanked by his assistant coaches, Jack McCluskey and Stan Albeck. The Trailblazers fighting for every win now. They've lost 9 of their last 11 without Walton. Lucas has been out much of the time. Twardzik, who is a 60% shooter. He doesn't put it up that often. What he does, it's usually down, hits it.
Twardzik hasn't been starting lately. Tonight they decided to go with him, and apparently if he keeps shooting like that, they'll be glad they did.
Kareem comes way out high. And sweet Lou Hudson hits the bucket to give the Lakers a 5-4 lead. We have 10:40 to play in the first period here at the Forum in Los Angeles. Calhoun takes a look low at Owens. Owens is averaging over 16 points a game since he started in the absence of Walton. Calhoun is rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. No goaltend called. A clean block is the rule. And so the ball will come inbound to the Lakers.
Kareem certainly has the ability to block shots, no question about it. It's something he does very well when he thinks about it. Right now, I think he's going through a period in his play where he really wants to go after it and block as many shots as he can.
Don Ford, a big forward out of California at Santa Barbara, is playing the strong forward up front. Dantley moving from side to side across the lane. Hudson comes in to get the offensive rebound, and he is hacked by Twardzik, so Lou Hudson draws the foul, and the Lakers will put the ball in bounds.
You'll see the ball go up. Hudson inside. He's actually playing guard. He's a big guard. The Lakers will put him down low quite a bit and let Nixon handle it out front.
Dantley fires away, hits it again, and now we have the Lakers in front as Portland comes down the floor. Los Angeles leading the game 7-4. Twardzik coming down low, can't get the ball, but it'll come back in. Now it's going to come into the gold team, back into Los Angeles.
The Trailblazers want to run the same offense they've had all year with Bill Walton. Owens is playing very well. They want to try to get the same type of offensive movement, but it's not quite as easy with that big fellow out of there. He's a great passer.
Well, that, of course, has always been their game, the moving game. Keep the ball moving, keep the bodies moving. That's what they've not been doing in the absence of Bill Walton. And their game plan is very simply to keep everything moving on offense and just harass on defense. Play up tight against the ball. Don't let Jabbar get that down low shot.
And they will try to double team Kareem once he makes his move to the basket.
Owens coming out high as the Trailblazers try to work something down low, clearing out the lane. Here is Lucas going one-on-one against Ford. Maurice Lucas, who certainly had his injury problems, can't get it to work, but the ball is taken by Calhoun. Owens can't shoot. Out of that play, and the ball is back over as it's 7-2. Abdul-Jabbar turns backcourt. Dantley gets that ball and heads right for the basket and again draws a foul.
Dantley does an excellent job of going to the basket. Whenever he gets the ball inside, look at him go right into the basket area and create pressure on the defensive player, drawing the foul.
And again, it was Calhoun who fouled him, John, so Calhoun now has 2.
Kareem bringing the ball up the court that time, Don. He loves to do that. You know, every player likes to do something that he's not known for, and Kareem likes to bring it up and make the play.
Jack Ramsey, he spends a lot of time on his right knee during the course of the game. And there is Coach West as the Los Angeles Lakers have opened up an 8-4 lead with 9:04 to play in the first period.
The new Monza by Chevrolet. For a car so sporty and so well equipped, it's priced surprisingly low.
Je m'appelle Boum Boum Chaffrion.
Je m'appelle Jacques Plante.
Nous sommes tous deux des anciens joueurs de hockey.
Et nous buvons la bière light de Miller.
Oui, nous buvons light parce qu'elle a 1/3 moins de calories que leur bière régulière. Elle est moins rassasiante.
Non, nous la buvons parce qu'elle a un goût magnifique.
Elle est moins rassasiante.
Goût magnifique.
Elle est moins rassasiante.
Goût magnifique.
Sacré bleu.
Imbécile.
You believe this guy?
Tu chavires.
Mais t'es un fou.
Casse la
La
tête.
bière light de Miller. Tout ce que vous désirez d'une bière, et moins.
Spring. It only comes once a year. If you want a nice, thick lawn, now's the time to do something about it. Give your lawn some Scotts Turf Builder right now. Turf Builder helps grass send off new branches, either tillers or rhizomes. This forms new grass plants that'll thicken up your lawn and fill in those thin spots. But don't wait. Before you know it, spring will be gone.
On Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, CBS Sports Spectacular presents live the East-West College All-Star Classic from Las Vegas. That's Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern on the CBS Sports Spectacular.
Back at the Forum in Los Angeles, Adrian Dantley goes to the free throw line. For a second time, the most free throws in the NBA he's recorded so far, as the Lakers have opened up an 8-4 lead. Bill Walton, if you joined us late, is not playing again tonight for the Trailblazers. This is the 17th game he's missed with his foot injuries. And of the 16 previous ones, the Trailblazers lost 11. So they are really gutting it out now for every win. They still do have the best record in the league. Atlanta beat Philadelphia in overtime tonight. New York, the Knicks beat New Orleans by a point, 117-116. We'll run down all the scores that are in. There are a number of them as Lucas fires up a shot and draws a foul.
Maurice Lucas getting a lot of one-on-one around the foul line area and in deep. They have, Portland that is, basically have two offensive sets. One of them, I believe it's called the 5 set, has something like 25 options out of it.
The New Jersey Nets beat Milwaukee 122-114, and Cleveland defeated Washington 102-101. Golden State still hanging in, looking for that final playoff spot in the West. Beat Indiana 111-103. It was Chicago over Detroit 117-103. You mentioned the Knicks beat New Orleans by a point. It was Atlanta over Philadelphia by a point. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar works to the basket. Now in his 9th year from UCLA. He's been averaging a lot of minutes and a lot of points.
Kareem normally lines up on this side of the court the majority of the time. Now you'll see Trailblazers try to give some help. They want to turn him away from that hook, make him take the jump shot, although in the last few years he's perfected that pretty nicely also.
And the Lakers again lead by 4. See his shooting percentage from the free throw line. He's hitting 55% from the field, averaging 25.7 points a game. But he's averaging more than that here in the Forum. He plays his best basketball, as do the Lakers at home.
As do most clubs.
Portland's the only club right now, I guess, with a winning record on the road. They're 21-17. Jack Nicholson at courtside. We have the greats and the near greats surrounding us.
Everyone likes the NBA basketball, right?
Nicholson's here at every game, I think.
I know. Yeah.
Dantley kicks it out to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Owens is trying to body check him, but Kareem gets down low and he just puts it up. Here comes Lionel Hollins racing by 2 men, leads off to Twardzik, who protects the ball so nicely, looks to draw the foul, doesn't get it, but then banks it in, and Twardzik still harassing the ball in the other way.
Very nice fast break. Portland wants to run as much as possible tonight to try to bring the Lakers out, but they must be aware of not getting into a wide open running game with the Lakers.
It is very obvious that the Los Angeles game plan is to go down low to the big guy and let him shoot on Owens.
Well, you know they're going to do that against as many clubs as possible. And I think ideally Portland would like to pressure and try to bring the offense out a little further away from Jabbar, but they just don't have the depth to do that tonight.
Lou Hudson was called for pushing. First foul on him, second team foul in Los Angeles. We have 14 fouls on the Trailblazers here in the first period. 7:25 to play in it. Lucas looks down low. They like to work a lot of low plays, and that's Hollins taking it. Again, Hudson feeds off to Owen. Basket goes, and there's a foul call on Kareem.
Well, it was a very nice play to try to draw Kareem away and make the play. You get inside like that, you must be aware of it. Kareem went over to take the shot away, and he couldn't get back to Owens quickly enough.
So Tom Owens goes to the free throw line. A 6-foot 10-inch pivot man out of South Carolina. He's had a big load to carry with Bill Walton out. Spent a long time meeting today. Tom Owens did with Jack Ramsey. Because if the Trailblazers are to pick it up and start winning again, they've got to get a lot from their pivot. Their offense centers around the pivot man. They cut off him. Walton is such a brilliant passer. Brilliant everything. Nixon fires, but prior to the shot, there is a whistle that negates the basket by Nixon. The ball turns over to the Trailblazers.
Now here was a pick and roll. You didn't really get to see Kareem that well, but you see Twardzik playing good tight defense, good body defense, and they call the shove off.
Twardzik's a great player for young basketball players to watch. He's a very smart player. You hear about the 3 All-Stars, and you should, Lucas, Hollins, and Walton, but the other 2 normal starters, Gross and Twardzik. Of course, unfortunately, Gross is out probably for the year. They play such smart basketball for Portland. And here come the Trailblazers on the run. An all-out break, 10 men running. Owens down low, not quite enough there, and contending for the loose ball is Dantley. He lost it.
You can see once again the Trailblazers getting out and getting a pretty good shot off the break. Dantley did a good job of trying to take the charge, but he didn't really fall all the way back. Owens tried to get the tip, but couldn't quite pull it off.
Hey, look at that. It's a chainsaw with its case.
Uh-oh, somebody left it.
Probably taking a coffee break.
It's a McCulloch Mac 140.
Wow.
It's got automatic oiling.
That's slick.
This is the chain brake safety feature.
Yeah.
It stops the chain in less than 1/10 of a second.
That's fast.
And look at these teeth. They sharpen themselves with a press of a button. Mine don't.
The McCulloch Mac 140. You can't buy another chainsaw with all these features at any price.
That McCulloch's got just about everything.
Yeah, but I bet it can't swim.
Good point.
McCulloch. In the yellow pages, under saws.
All across our land, people know our brand. You can trust AC.
Thanks, AC.
Spark plugs by AC.
Hear that, men? You can trust AC spark plugs. And remember AC filters to help protect your engine from dirt and dust. Right, men? Men? Kids!
Drive through dirt and dust. Good filters are a must. You can trust AC.
Thanks, AC.
Filters by AC. Plugs and filters by AC.
Okay, big, green G. If National's going to be the best car rental company, we have got to hustle. Schultz, the last reservation call.
9 seconds, sir.
Walsh, green light service means
Fast service, sir.
Willoughby. Before we rent this new Chevy, we
check all 10 items on the maintenance checklist.
And then
We sign it. Sir.
Okay, team, let's go.
10,000 people working for you. The big green team.
Willoughby.
We're National Car.
On Sunday at 1:45 p.m. Eastern, CBS Sports presents NBA Regional Action. With Philadelphia going against San Antonio, the New York Knicks tangling with Washington, Houston clashing with Denver, Milwaukee versus Detroit, and Portland at Seattle. Consult your local listings for the game and time in your area. That's NBA Regional Action, Sunday.
This is Don Criqui with John McLaughlin back at the Forum in Los Angeles as the Trailblazers have rallied back to tie the game now at 13, and they can go ahead here. Everybody in the Portland starting five has scored so far in this first period.
I think Owens will have difficulty scoring tonight if he tries to stay inside. He must come outside on Kareem and try to hit the jump shot.
Calhoun looks for people breaking. Lionel Hollins lost Hudson, then moved in on Kareem, but could not get it down. And here comes Jabbar with the outlet. Nixon, a very quick guard. First-year player. Coaches say he's going to be superior before he's done. Proving all the time. Ford can't get it, and Calhoun muscles his way in and then almost throws it away. Lionel Hollins, who can score in a hurry. Here comes Twardzik challenging Ford. Then Twardzik tips it up. But again, the big guy from Los Angeles gets the ball. Here's a steal by Hollins. An overmatch now. 3-on-2, but Kareem is back. And again, he comes up with the ball. So he just stood there and people shy away.
Kareem coming all the way once again. He loves to do it, and the fans love it. You see that big guy coming down the court. He's tremendously quick, and he handles the ball quite nicely.
And he has 6 of the first 15 points the Lakers have put up. It's 15-13 with 5:20 to go in the first period. Lucas fires and ties it up. Now let's go back to replay.
Here you'll see Kareem coming up. Look at those big steps. Boy, can he get up and stretch out, huh?
He can play. When he wants to, there's nothing that stops him, other than maybe Walton at his best. Those are some matchups.
You can't allow him to get into that hook. It's a devastating shot, and you have to play the percentages, and therefore you have to turn him away from the hook and go with the jump shot, even though you're not getting the help from the middle when you do turn him away.
Now the Lakers come up with the ball again as Nixon leads the break on the right flank. Is Ford. He kicks off the left side, and Adrian Dantley takes it through, and Los Angeles opens up the 4-point lead.
Norm Nixon's doing an excellent job this season of running this offense for the Lakers, not only once they set up, but also that fast break. He turned the ball over a lot earlier in the year, but he's doing a good job of not turning it over now.
Owens, as Lucas fires on Don Ford, looking to draw the foul. Lucas with a brilliant touch, though.
That's a tough shot right there. Actually, he had the shot before he made the fake, but Lucas is very good at that.
All wrist, as he was looking to draw the foul, and then when he didn't get it, put it up and hit anyway. Here's Hudson firing for Los Angeles. Rebound to Calhoun. Looks for the outlet. It's Hollins. He has Twardzik on the right flank, Owens on the left, and Tom Owens takes it through. And the Blazers quickly come back with consecutive field goals and tie the game at 19.
If Owens will get into the break, they can get a lot of easy baskets because Kareem will not get back on defense that often.
Blazers running again. This is a 3-on-3 matchup, so towards it goes to Hollins coming off the play. Maurice Lucas gets all of it. They want it.
He doesn't look like his timing isn't there right now. They said before the game he's still not sharp on that play he was. Look at this.
Sharp as you need to be, and it is now a 2-point advantage for the Blazers. They've run off 3 quick field goals after trailing by 4, 19-15. They lead 21-19, and they get the ball back.
Well, the Lakers, they're trying to get the ball up quickly and get it into Kareem as you look at Johnny Davis coming in the game for Twardzik. They want to get the ball into Kareem so he'll have some room to work before the double team by Portland. Jack Ramsey showing a victory sign or a 2-play. I'm sure that's what it is.
Johnny Davis is now in the game, as you mentioned, and here is Tom Owens getting a free shot as Abdul-Jabbar was looking off the defensive board. Aaron Scott in the game for Los Angeles. Kenny Carr with the ball. Here is a steal by Johnny Davis ahead of Nixon, and this 6'1" backcourt player from Dayton.
Well, even the little guys can get up in the air, Don.
And right now, the Blazers have run off 10 straight points to take a 25-19 lead. Los Angeles with that basic game plan, give it to Kareem.
Very nicely executed play by the Lakers. Here's a steal by Johnny Davis going in and wham.
Trailblazers, a running club, moving the ball very nicely here in the first period with 2:25 to play in it.
Maurice Lucas once again, you know, when he came out of Marquette, I think the one problem he had as a player was that he was not really that consistent or good of a shooter. Boy, he's certainly become an excellent shooter as a pro.
He has. Maurice Lucas comes into the game averaging 17 points a game for Portland, but he's had his injury problems, has missed a number of games with wrist injuries, a pulled muscle. He's 4 of 5 in this game and has hit his last 4 shots. As it is a 27-21 game, Portland, as Jamal Wilkes now comes in for Los Angeles. He's not played in a long time. He had a broken finger and finally gets back in. So we have new people coming on the floor. A very quick-moving basketball game with 2:03 to play in the first period.
Impossible. America's waking up to the impossible shave. Gillette Atra, the first razor with a head that pivots to follow every contour of your face. For closeness with comfort you never thought possible. Impossible. This Atra face-hugging action keeps twin blades at the perfect angle.
I've never shaved this close with this much comfort. It's impossible.
Gillette Atra. Yes, the impossible shave is here.
If you like that return, you'll love this one from Pro Kids. They'll give you $5 back when you buy one of these 3 styles of Pro Kids, like the kind I wear. And remember, guys, it's for you too. Your participating Pro Kids retailer has all the details on how to get your $5 back.
Get the Royal Return. $5 back when you buy one of these 3 styles of Pro Kids.
Now that's a royal return.
See what's new today in a Chevrolet.
Chevrolet Caprice and Impala wagons have more of the things wagon people want. A convenient door gate, quick and easy seat conversion, 2 lockable storage compartments, and a generous 4-foot wide cargo area. And for a full-size wagon, mileage is surprisingly good. See the new Chevrolet, America's best-selling full-size wagon, at your Chevrolet wagon stop.
A CBS Sports Boxing Special next Friday night from Olympic Auditorium here in Los Angeles at 11:40 Eastern Time. Marvin Hagler will be going in the second bout after Bruce Curry and Monroe Brooks lead off in a super lightweight bout. And then it's Hagler against Doug Demings. Hagler, a knockout artist. He has 37 wins, only 1 loss, and 30 of his 37 victories by KO. That's next Friday night at 11:40 here on CBS. We have a 27-21 score on the board. Los Angeles is trailing the Portland Trailblazers. Jamal Wilkes was traveling, coming up with the ball.
Both clubs going to the bench quite a bit. Willie Norwood just joined the Portland Trailblazers. He's into the game for them at forward. Jamal Wilkes, as you mentioned just before the break, he's in the game, and I'm sure it feels a little strange for him out there. It's been a while.
Yeah, he's missed 28 of the last 36 with a broken finger. Hollins fires out. Owens gets a free shot. A weird rotation on the ball. It was rolling sideways. Comes back into Los Angeles.
Kenny Carr had excellent inside position on Maurice Lucas that time, and in many situations, whether you go over his back or not, if you jump over him or even behind him and you go up after the ball, they're going to call a foul. The Blazers, that's their 5th team foul. Lakers in the bonus.
Lakers go to the bonus with 1:43 to play in the first period. Here is Carr. The foul was on Maurice Lucas. He was, for the last 2 years, the leading scorer in the Atlantic Coast Conference at North Carolina State. Came out as a hardship after his junior year from DeMatha High School in Washington. Turns out a lot of pro basketball players, including Adrian Dantley. And now it is a 27-23 game. Los Angeles led 19-15, and then the Trailblazers started their running game going. Ran off 10 quick points and went in front 25-19. And now Owens takes a look low. Lots of motion in the Trailblazer offense. Willie Norwood in the game. He came out of nowhere, was in the league, as you'll recall. Was picked up when Portland just had to stock their roster. So many injuries, they didn't have enough guys to scrimmage. Jamal Wilkes can't get it down on his first shot since coming back, and Owens clears and goes to Davis. 1:05 left to go in the first period, and Tom Owens backing off now. Ramsey has him playing out, and with Jabbar playing off him, he's got the free shot.
That's right. Very nice play by Johnny Davis. He actually pulled Jabbar to him and made the play. Also, the Trailblazers do a fine job of running the break. The front men, if they don't get the ball, they continue on through and pick for one another under the basket.
Owens has 9 for Portland. Maurice Lucas has 10. Ball is tipped out. Willie Norwood feeds Johnny Davis. Lead attempted to Norwood, picked off by Jamal Wilkes. Nixon fires, and here comes Charlie Scott. Nice reach by Maurice Lucas.
Charlie a little upset with that. Actually, it wasn't a good shot. Charlie trying to get inside, forced the play a little too much. You'll see he goes baseline, jumps back into Luke. Just too much size there. Now, this is the first time in the last 3 plays the Lakers have set Jabbar up back on the left side. They took him to the other side of the court to see if the plays would work. They didn't like it. They brought him back to this side.
And so his bucket makes it a 4-point game, Portland, as we come down to the final shot of the first period. Kenny Carr comes up and steals the ball. 4 seconds left, and Carr scores for Los Angeles. And so the first period ends. The Trailblazers holding to a 2-point lead. It's 29-27. The NBA on CBS will return after this word from your local station.
A dramatic feud in the land of the rich fuels the exciting new series, Dallas, premiering Sunday at 10, 9 Central and Mountain on CBS.
My son Charlie had measles when he was a baby. He was unlucky. He's going to be deaf for life. Your child doesn't have to have measles or any of the childhood diseases you can protect against. Charlie missed some of his shots. If you don't have your child fully immunized and he gets sick, how will you say you're sorry? Call your doctor or local health department. Immunize your child, please.
We are back. The preceding announcement was brought to you as a public service by the National Basketball Association. We're ready to open the second period now with John McLaughlin. This is Don Criqui of the Forum in Los Angeles. The arena is sold out. Here is the final play of the first period as Kenny Carr, the rookie, stole the ball and took it in with a second left.
Actually, this should happen because Holland should have had some type of vocal warning by some of his players. You've got to talk to one another. Another steal.
This time Jamal Wilkes steals the ball, and at 6'6" goes the length of the floor. There is Kareem now getting a rest as Dave Robish is in to back him up, playing the pivot, and the Lakers have rallied back to tie the game at 29. Back inbounds to Portland. John, you played with Kareem his first year at Milwaukee. Have you seen much difference in him as a player?
Yes, I really have. He's matured tremendously. I think he's a lot more comfortable with people. He knows more what to expect out of his game, and he was a tremendous pleasure to play with. I'll tell you that, Don. When you got in trouble, just throw it up in the air and let the big guy get it.
You got that good ring on there you got with him in 71.
That's right. That's right.
NBA championship. He's a very private person. People really, the fans, I don't think really feel they know him, but I know you think very highly of him.
Oh, absolutely. You know, when he's comfortable with you and he knows you, he's really enjoys joking around and loves children. He's quite a guy.
A driving play, and we have a Trailblazer down and hopefully not hurt. Maurice Lucas is holding that left wrist, and he's had problems with it.
Here you'll see two big guys. Let's see Kenny Carr. Actually, I think that was a block. I think Carr moved into him.
Carr can play football with the likes of Maurice Lucas. He's rough. Carr is a 6'7", 230. 6'7", 230-pound forward. Lucas okay staying in the game. Carr checking him as Lucas is the passing man now out high. Johnny Davis puts that high arcing shot up that gives Portland the 2-point lead.
That was nothing more than a pin down away from the ball. It came off for the jumper. Dale Sluter in there at center for the Trailblazers. He was picked up a week ago, joined the team in Detroit a couple of minutes before the game, got 2 warm-up layups, and ended up playing 11 minutes that night.
He's been playing in the Portland City League, led them to a championship. Now he's back in the NBA, right back down the other way. And the Trailblazers open up a 4-point lead as Lionel Hollins has 4 points. Lucas leads with 10, Owens with 9. Hollins, Twardzik, and Davis all have 4. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar leads all scorers with 12 points for Los Angeles. Here is Wilkes with Robish, the pivot man, down low against Sluter. And Wilkes loses the handle, and so now with the Lakers turning the ball over for a 6th time, Portland has 6 turnovers also. There's Twardzik back in. The ball reverts to the Trailblazers.
Now with 2 reserve centers in the game for each respective club, this is a situation where Portland will pretty much still run the same offense, whereas the Lakers, they will change up a little bit. They will use Robish more in a picking situation rather than going to him for a lot of scoring.
Sluter to Twardzik, throws up hope and did not go, and there's a foul call underneath on the play. Might have had Twardzik on a charge. Now the call's going to be on Willie Norwood for pushing off, trying to help his little buddy there.
Twardzik just putting the ball up. He knew he probably couldn't do anything else with it. Get it up, hope that it'll go in, or someone on your club will get an offensive rebound.
Trailblazers call Twardzik the pinball wizard. He bounces all over the floor. Out of Old Dominion. 33-29. Portland. 10:07 to play in the first half. Charlie Scott with a mismatch. Twardzik against him. Let's see what this is going to be against Scott.
Well, Twardzik once again with the good defense using the body. He gives up a lot of size, but he tries to establish position and draw the foul.
So Charlie Scott gets his first personal foul. We have 2 team fouls on Los Angeles in the second period, 1 on Portland. Johnny Davis weaving. He puts Charlie Scott in the air and puts a foul on Charlie Scott. Comes Calhoun back in for the Trailblazers. 2 fouls on Scott. There's Corky Calhoun out of the University of Pennsylvania. He's gotten a lot of playing time this season at Portland, now in his 6th year. Picked up on waivers last year and played an NBA championship team.
The Trailblazers shot 59% in that first quarter, and they feel they must shoot well to prevent the other club from getting out and running their offense. They say their defense is their offense. If they're putting the ball in, and they can prevent the other club from getting easy baskets.
We saw Tom Owens coming back in for Portland. Johnny Davis very softly puts up the 35th point for Portland. They have the 6-point advantage again. 9:48 to go in the half. Scott with a big height advantage against Twardzik. Twardzik 6'1", Scott 6'6".
Oh, nice.
Kenny Carr playing a much more controlled game now. He had a big problem with turnovers, averaged over 6 a game early in the season. Now he's playing with more confidence as he slams one down to make it a 4-point game. Portland. Davis. Let's see what we have here. That'd be a 3-second.
Here's that last play by Carr. Watch this. He takes it back and slams it home. They like him very much out here. They feel he's a very fine player. He had an injury earlier in the year, but they're very pleased with the way he's been progressing offensively and defensively.
This is Jim Simpson for Valvoline Motor Oil, trackside for the start of Houston's rush hour traffic, where everyday drivers by the thousands prove that Valvoline is one motor oil that's not just for winning races. For a closer look, here is A.J. Foy.
Thanks, Jim. The only thing racing down here are the temperatures in these cars' engines. That's why they need a tough motor oil like Valvoline.
There you have it, from an expert. What are you waiting for? Valvoline Motor Oil is not just for winning races.
People joke about businessmen spending a lot of time on the golf course. Well, I'm a golfer who spends a lot of time on business. When I'm traveling, here's how I keep ahead of the paperwork. Lanier's Vest Pocket Secretary. I can dictate letters, memos, wherever I am. Lanier's Vest Pocket Secretary helps get the work done faster, which leaves more time for what I really like to do. Look for Lanier in the yellow pages under dictating machines.
When you order a beer, do like Smoking Joe. Order light beer from Miller and say no more. It's got a third less calories than the regular beer. Light tastes great, y'all, but listen here. It's not the thing that makes me shout. Light's less filling, hey, that really knocks me out.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer and less.
On Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern, CBS Sports presents live coverage of the United States Grand Prix West from Long Beach, California. That's Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern.
We have 9:23 left to play at the sold-out Forum in Los Angeles as the Lakers working now in the backcourt with Lou Hudson and Charlie Scott. Up front, Dave Robish, Kenny Carr, and Jamal Wilkes. Portland has a 4-point lead, 35-31. The Trailblazers, having lost 9 of the last 11 games, fighting hard to hold that best one-loss percentage in the league. Charlie Scott hits the line drive jumper to bring the Lakers back to within 2.
The Lakers that time going to their point offense, sending Hudson down off of a double screen, but they go to Wilkes and a little one-on-one with Charlie Scott.
People switching sides on the lane, and Johnny Davis fires off down the baseline of the court and just jumps up between the trees.
Johnny Davis has it all. He can shoot outside, but you saw that he can also go to the basket.
Johnny Davis is definitely a player. Boy, some of these 6'1s are terrific in this league now.
Jerry West says not enough guys go to the basket today. Johnny Davis did at that time, didn't he?
Jamal Wilkes going up twice after the rebound. And here is a foul call. It is going to go against Los Angeles as Kareem in center circle is ready to come on back.
Kareem not staying out too long. He played 48 minutes the other night, and he hasn't had to do it too many times this year. Here you see the ball up going to the offensive board. The Lakers actually trying to crash the offensive board quite a bit tonight, but Portland doing a pretty good job of blocking off.
Loose ball foul, and Lou Hudson, the ball turns back over to Portland. Davis and Twardzik in the back line for them. 37-33 as you see Los Angeles trailing by 4. Lakers have height in their backcourt. The Trailblazers have speed. They want to run every chance they get. Now it is a 39-33 game as Willie Norwood gets his first points of the evening.
Defensively, Portland would like to push to the middle, but with Jabbar in the game, they try to push the offense away from Jabbar if at all possible.
Dantley is hitting the arm, no call, and now we have one on the second attempt.
You know, it almost looks like Adrian put the ball on the floor and laid it there rather than bouncing at that time, but it's amazing how he hangs around the basket, got the ball back, and went right back into the basket area again to put pressure on the defensive players, and that's how he gets to the line so many times.
Dantley was Rookie of the Year with Buffalo last season, then traded to Indiana this season, then on to Los Angeles. West says he won't be traded from here.
I think it's amazing. When Dantley came out here, a lot of people felt that there really wouldn't be room for him to work under there with Jabbar. I think they've done an excellent job, the Lakers, of using Jabbar inside and also clearing it at times for Adrian Dantley to work under there, usually on the weak side away from Kareem.
Interesting here, John, despite the Trailblazers' 39-33 lead, they've been out-rebounded off the offensive board, which is such a critical area, 8-1 by the Lakers.
And they can't allow the Lakers to continue to get those offensive boards because those can be points.
Toughest commodity in the game, offensive rebounds. Charlie Scott takes a look at Adrian Dantley going one-on-one with Calhoun. They clear aside. Now they come back down low to the left. Kareem faces the basket, looks for somebody breaking free. There is no one, and the skyhook fading away is down.
Now there's a situation there where Twardzik should have turned around to give help on Jabbar. Once Kareem puts the ball down, he's not going to make a pass. He's going to put up the shot, and that's when you have to give help.
That's unusual. A lot of players are like that. Haywood on the Knicks, when he puts it on the floor, is going to shoot.
Right. It's not easy to do. Once you start to move, it's very difficult then to stop and make the play. Oh, no.
Boy, this Johnny Davis has given the Trailblazers a whole lot.
Here you get to see it. Jabbar going inside. Now, once he put the ball down, that's when he should have got some help. As you see, he got no help. Owens, that is. Got no help from any of his teammates.
Back to live action now. Charlie Scott works his way inside, goes up to make it a three-point game, Portland. Johnny Davis has scored 9 for Portland, and Charlie Scott now has 4 for Los Angeles. Carr hits the deck. Maurice Lucas ran over him, but it was ruled that Carr didn't have position, and the foul call is on Carr, so we're going to have a pause in the action with the Trailblazers holding to a 3-point lead.
Red, green, blue. Zenith Color Sentry controls every color, gives you the color picture you've always wanted. Bright, rich, real. Zenith Color Sentry. Think of it as a TV control room in your set. It controls the color picture, corrects the color picture automatically. 30 times a second. Zenith Color Sentry for a bright, rich, real picture. At Zenith, the quality goes in before the name goes on.
Sir, what's the hurry? Going to rent a car. Oh, well, you don't have to run. Gotta run. Oh, no, if you had an Avis Wizard number, you could walk. Walk. Call toll-free and let our Wizard system do the running. Just show a major credit card, license, sign, and get the car. I don't have to run through airports? Not with Avis. I can walk through airports.
We try harder, Avis. Avis, we don't know another way.
I'm walking through airports.
Why are men switching from aerosol hairsprays to Vitalis Super Hold Pump Spray?
The pump? Because it doesn't spray any aerosol propellants.
The pump? Well, it costs less to use. Save money.
It's because the pump is stronger. It can hold longer than the best-selling aerosol.
The Pump. Vitalis Super Hold Pump Spray. Now with an even finer spray. Why don't you switch from your aerosol to...
The pump, do, the pump.
Premiering Sunday, Dallas, where money buys power and passion breeds conflict. Patrick Duffy, Victoria Principal, and Larry Hagman star in Dallas.
You can tell we're coming down the stretch. A lot of playoff berths on the line, a lot of close numbers. Here are the finals tonight. San Antonio just beating Boston. New Jersey upsetting Milwaukee. Atlanta at home in overtime upsetting the Philadelphia 76ers. The Knicks with a game they needed to win to go over 500, beating the Jazz at New Orleans. Cleveland edging Washington by a point, and Chicago beating Detroit. Golden State beat Indiana, and Seattle just defeated Denver. Kansas City and Phoenix are underway.
With that Seattle win, that puts more pressure on the Los Angeles Lakers. They want to finish in that 4th position, beat Seattle out.
Maurice hits 2, and it's 43-38. Lucas now has 12 points for the Trailblazers. 6:40 to play in the first half. Jack Ramsey's being told to get back in your own ball yard.
Move your towel. Take your towel and move back, Jack. Jack. That is an intense man right there. Fine guy.
Knows how to coach, too. First year at Portland, they won the league championship, as every NBA fan is aware. Here's Lou Hudson. Can't shoot on Lucas. Goes off to Charlie Scott. Moving on Twardzik. And Scott moving off the run. That's his game. Firing that jump shot off the dead run, pulling up and hitting. It's a 3-point game again, Portland.
Tough shot. Twardzik played good defense. You can't ask him to do any more than that.
And Scott now has 6. Davis goes to Lucas. He's ready to shoot the ball. He's been scoring well tonight. Moves in on Carr. Who we have here is going to go against Los Angeles.
Well, Lucas, from where we sit, that he might have traveled, but he got the defense up in the air a little bit there, and Lucas has that little pumping fake with the arm and drew the foul.
That's the 3rd on Carr. So Maurice is right back at the line. He's out of Marquette, his 4th year in pro basketball, 2 years at St. Louis of the ABA, and his 2nd year with Portland.
Coming into the pros, he knew that he had a weakness at shooting. He spent a lot of time working on it. I have to give him credit. He spent hours in the gym just practicing free throws and the jump shot.
And with the Lakers in the penalty situation with 5 team fouls, Lucas gets 3 chances to make 2 and gets them to give Portland a 5-point lead. Lucas has 14 points for Portland. We have a call now on the Trailblazers.
Owens trying to come out and play Jabbar a little too high, using a little bit too much of the body, and gets the foul.
Guys like Kareem have a lot of people push on him. He's that big and that good. Charlie Scott has gone schoolyard. He's making it work.
Charlie's hit him deep. Actually, the Trailblazers would prefer to see him shoot out there, but he's putting it in. They're going to have to force him away from that shot.
Owens shoots. Not quite enough there. Twardzik out hustles to the ball, and we're going to have a foul call. It's going to be against Los Angeles. Charlie Scott has hit 4 of 5 shots since he's come off the bench.
Well, Kareem coming up that time to intimidate the shot, but Twardzik, due to their offense, got caught under the basket, and he was at the right place at the right time.
So Dave Twardzik at the free throw line, and there's Jerry West. It's tough to match up with him when it gets to that good suits. He was with us in CBS for 2 years. His jackets cost more than my automobile.
I'm a lot easier to match, aren't I?
You're tough, but West has that good Hollywood Taylor going.
Yeah, he's got it all.
Dantley drives across the lane and hooks it down on the basket, and the Lakers again rally back to within 3. That's about as close as they've been able to get here in the second period with 5:14 to play in it. Twardzik, not afraid of the big guys, takes it right down the lane, and Portland again goes up by 5. 49-44 as Twardzik has 8, and ironically they've been inside most of them. Dantley last touched the ball, and so it comes back inbound to the Trailblazers.
The Trailblazers did a nice job of playing defense that time. They're getting up and trying to play the passing lanes as much as possible. Owens trying to play on the top side of Jabbar, making it difficult for the Lakers to get the pass into him.
Lakers now set up on a tight man-to-man defense. A lot of switching as Owens is down low. Kareem just watches him. He's almost looking for the pass-off, which inevitably is coming. It's tough to challenge Jabbar in low. Here is a whistle to stop play.
The Lakers doing a nice job of forcing baseline and then giving a lot of help. Here you see they push Lucas baseline. Kareem gives help. They get weak side help, and they get a jump ball out of it.
So Charlie Scott goes up against Lucas, and Twardzik controls the ball. 49-44, Portland in the lead. Don Ford back in for Los Angeles, gets the ball, and here comes Scott on the run. Lakers flow down court. Dantley gets it low. Owens working, tips the rebound over to Willie Norwood, and here comes Twardzik. All out, over to Lucas at 6'9". Moving on forward, and Maurice Lucas, no foul. Kareem gets the ball. Lead goes to Don Ford. Back inside to Dantley. Kareem eases it into the basket.
Well, what more can you say? Here's a guy that intimidates at one end, actually made Lucas miss the shot, brings the ball up the court, passes off, and ends up getting the 2. And that's a 7-2 ball player right there.
He's got 6 rebounds, Kareem, and he's got 16 points. And it's again a 3-point advantage for the Trailblazers. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with 11 shots. He's knocked 7 of them down. Lucas drives to the basket. Lucas playing a very aggressive inside game. He's going to put some Lakers on the bench with fouls before it's over.
Well, Cream very upset there. He came over to give help, and he says, hey, he jumped right into me. And that's true, but that's what you must do to put the pressure on the defensive player. 9 out of 10 times, they'll call that on the defensive player.
So Abdul-Jabbar gets a second personal foul with 3:52 to play in the first half. And Maurice Lucas is back at the free throw line. With the penalty, now has 2 chances to make 1.
Now the Trailblazers still with only 3 team fouls. They can afford to be a little aggressive.
(50-46).
See Kareem's goggles there. Of course, he had a lot of eye problems. Took him a long time to find those. Optical company in Milwaukee finally found them in Paris, France. They scratch very easily, though. He must go through about 20 pair a year.
Size large, huh?
I had to wear those for part of one season, and they help out quite a bit.
Owens just drew his 3rd personal foul. Lakers are over the limit. 4 team fouls now on Portland in the second period. 3:42 to go in the half. Trailblazers are leading 51-46. Dantley takes it inside. Jake O'Donnell says good, and he'll go to the free throw line. Continuation foul. He was fouling his way to the basket.
Portland might be a little concerned about that. They thought it was a little bit too far out for continuation. But watch this pass. Little flip backhand pass inside. Dantley takes it right in. Good off-ball movement.
Kareem grabs that like a tennis ball.
You know, Kareem is a very good passer also, Don. He does a lot of things well. And listen, I made a living off of him just going weak side and yelling, over here, over here. And he could find you, that's for sure.
He can see you.
Yes.
That's where they're so great on any team he plays on, all that weak side stuff, because he can see what's going on over there.
Well,
he looks down.
He's above everybody.
The weak side, of course, being the side away from the ball. Lucas throws it over to Lionel Hollins, starts down inside against Charlie Scott. Lionel Hollins, who will put his head down and head into that opening, goes off tackle if there's a chance.
Hollins just going one-on-one, taking that left hand. Actually, Charlie Scott should push him into the right rather than giving him his left. Hollins applying the pressure and drawing the foul. Davis comes back in the game for Portland.
And the pinball wizard goes out. Dave Twardzik. Hollins at the free throw line. 51-49. The Lakers rallying back. Portland was down 19-15 and then ran off 10 straight points against Los Angeles. They've not trailed since that point in the game. Don Ford gives it into Norm Nixon as he is matched up against Johnny Davis. Nixon, one of 3 first-round draft choices the Lakers have. Carr and another Davis out of Maryland. Brad Davis with the other 2. As it's now a 53-51 game, and Kareem has 18 points. Don Ford blocks the pass, steals the ball, gives off to Nixon. And Hollins takes it away, and Lucas is all alone. So the Blazers hold their lead when it looked like the Lakers were to come down and tie the game. Portland on the steal by Hollins, and he gets a lot of them. And Lucas has 18 for the Trailblazers. Nixon rejected by Lucas. Watch Hollins. What speed as he challenges Scott. Followed up, no good. Rebound to Don Ford. Lucas comes over, tips the ball away, but it'll be back inbounds to Los Angeles as it gets frenetic with 2:28 to play in the half. The Trailblazers now the 4-point lead, 55-51, as Lucas has 18 and Jabbar has 18.
Where are you going, America?
To Malibu.
Malibu. Malibu.
Malibu.
Looks like a large slice of America is going to Malibu. Chevy's new size, quick size, mid-size car that's so right in so many ways for so many people right now. You'd think it had been designed by Mr. John Q. Public himself. It's you, America. A fresh new slice of apple pie called Chevy Malibu.
A fresh new slice of apple pie from Chevrolet to you.
You're gonna eat it up.
For over 60 years, Gott coolers and ice chests have been on the job, keeping things cool when the weather's hot. That's why Gott products are showing up in so many places. From small to big coolers, From compact totes to our giant 80-quart ice chests. Take GOT for the good times.
I dare you to knock this off. I dare you to compare anybody's batteries, anybody's, with alkaline power cells, and try to beat them for long life.
You know what? You can't. When you want long-lasting energy, you can't buy a longer-lasting, all-purpose power system than gold, red, and black alkaline power cells from Eveready.
The power cell that dares to compare. Come on, I dare you.
Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, Challenge of the Sexes features a bowling contest with Paula Sperber-Carter taking on former Rookie of the Year, Tommy Hudson. A motorcycle challenge with two-time Grand National Champion Jay Springsteen going against Diane Cox. Plus a log rolling contest. That's Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern.
This is Don Criqui with John McLaughlin back at the Forum in Los Angeles. 2:28 to play in the first half. The Trailblazers with a 55-51 lead. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has led Los Angeles, hitting 8 of his 12 shots. He has 18 points. Maurice Lucas playing a superior game for Portland. He too has 18, many from the foul line. He's played an aggressive inside game and has drawn the fouls. Coach West is perplexed by it all at the moment.
Upset with the turnovers. That's something he's been concerned with all year, but in the last few weeks, they've actually cut down on them.
He's concerned his team is not assisting each other as much as they did. They were averaging 27 offensive assists a game. It's been down to 17 in the recent weeks. Lionel Hollins watches people break. The defense sags, so he just drills it from 15. He has 8. And a 6-point lead as Hollins and Lou Hudson are arm fighting each other. Dantley now against Lucas. Here's Ford. Back to Nixon. Good defense by the Trailblazers, but Nixon hits a shot that'll break any defense, a 20-foot jumper.
You can't expect their defense to do any more than that. Move the ball around and push him outside. Nixon hit a pretty tough shot.
A 4-point game, Portland with 1:35 to play in the first half. We'll have the horse competition at halftime. We'll be talking with LA coach Jerry West. Lucas, he's tough tonight, every night, but he's really got the shooting touch, has 20 points now here in the first half.
Actually, that's a shot you would want to see Lucas hit, or take, but he has been hitting it, and he's not only doing it this year, he did it last year.
Kareem turns and puts it up. Didn't touch a thing but the net. And the Portland lead is cut to 4 with 1 minute to go in the half. 20 points for Kareem. Don Ford on Maurice Lucas. Here is Johnny Davis. Looks to Owens. Lucas goes down low to offensive rebound, and he gets it. Now, Sweet Lou Hudson comes off the play to hit the defensive board for Los Angeles, and Nixon brings it down court. Lou Hudson, a 48% career shooter in his 12th year for Minnesota, brings the Lakers back to within 2 as you see the game clock wind down to 30 seconds in the half. Big shot coming up now for Portland. They want to go in with the lead. 19 seconds, so LA will get the last shot unless they fire early, and Norm Nixon is going to set it up. Owens throws it away. Nixon gets the ball. 6 seconds left. Owens throws it. Lionel Hollins with 1 second. Shot is good if it goes. It does. And so the Trailblazers, after losing the ball, get it back, and at the buzzer, Lionel Hollins hits a big one, and Portland goes in with a 4-point lead. 61-57. Stay with us at halftime. We'll be bringing you more action in the CBS horse competition when Terry Furlow of Cleveland takes on JoJo White of Boston. Hi, everyone. I'm Don Criqui. And this year at halftime on CBS coverage of NBA basketball, we have some of the top players in the league matched up in the old schoolyard game of horse, where a player must duplicate his opponent's shots or be assessed a penalty letter. 5 misses means 5 letters. That spells horse, and he's out. Today we're going to watch that veteran sharpshooter from Boston, JoJo White, against young Terry Furlow, now with Cleveland. For more on the rules, here's Mendy Rudolph.
The basic rules of horse are as follows. The player in control must describe his shot beforehand. Now, 2 consecutive shots from the same area are not allowed unless someone moves at least 5 feet away. There are trick shots allowed. However, the same trick shot cannot be attempted more than once in the contest. The flip of the coin will determine who goes first. Now, there's going to be disputes out there, and if there are, my word will be the final judge.
Terry Furlow won the toss. He'll lead away.
Mendy, I'm going to try I'm going to touch the backboard with the ball and shoot with my right hand. Okay?
This will be a trick shot for Terry Furlow.
Now JoJo will take over on a miss.
Just a straight shot. Straight in.
Straight in. JoJo White's been doing that for 9 seasons for Boston. Terry Furlow, a former Big Ten scoring champion of Michigan State, stays right with him.
Bank shot.
Bank shot.
That's an H.
Off the glass, Mendy off the wrong foot.
Let's watch this now. JoJo going off the wrong foot, and he gets it down.
No. Went off the wrong foot. Didn't duplicate the shot. Had to go off the right foot. JoJo went off the left foot.
Say what now? I said off the wrong foot.
Off the wrong foot. JoJo went off the right foot. We give the O to Furlow.
So right foot or wrong foot, JoJo's got a 2-letter lead.
We're going to try a 360 off the board with the right hand.
All right. It's going to do his thing. Terry Furlow now to Cleveland Cavaliers comes up with a 360, and JoJo can't stay with him.
H for White.
H. This time, we're going to hit the board twice. And on a bank with the right hand. Hit the board twice.
Hit the board twice. Go.
Here at the Omni International Complex in Atlanta, JoJo White has a tough one to stay with, and a letter goes up on White.
H-O for White.
Bank again from the top.
Terry Furlow staying with a shooting advantage.
Have to give that bank up. I don't know what to do to you, bro. Straight in, Mendy.
JoJo's thinking about what he's going to do to him. Knock down that right hand.
Third letter to Furlow.
The eventual winner of this horse competition is going to get a check for $15,000. And in the weeks to come, you'll see some of the great players in the NBA matched up. JoJo White still with a shooting advantage in this first round matchup.
Fourth letter to Furlow.
Jump hook. Jump hook off the glass.
Didn't go. Advantage to Furlow.
Just a straight jumper. Straight in.
That's all you need. JoJo White, who 2 years ago when Boston won its last NBA championship, was the playoffs' most valuable player.
Third letter for JoJo.
Unfortunately, JoJo's been troubled by injuries this season. Has missed much of the late part of the season.
One hand. Running hook cross middle.
That's the E for Furlow. JoJo
And
the winner.
That is the ball game as 9-year veteran JoJo White advances over Terry Furlow. Now let's meet JoJo White of the Boston Celtics. JoJo, you play in so many pressure games, so many times in the past. You've been in playoffs and packed arenas. That's a different kind of pressure, but there's a lot of pressure here, too, isn't there?
Well, kind of. But I try and play it very basic and very simple and do the things that I know I can do. Furlow went at me with trick shots from the beginning, but a couple times he missed, and I got opportunities to get back in the game that way. And so I'm going to always stay within the basics of what I can do.
Well, you did it very well. We'll see in the rounds to come.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, JoJo White of the Celtics. JoJo advances. A loser in the first round receives a check for $500. Next week, join us when Ron Boone goes against Dan Issel.